Hey, it's Camo with the National Access Facebook show presented by Solis North Gulch Apartments, where taste matters. They give us our incredible location here. Nashville is a city on the rise, and one of the issues that's always coming up about Nashville now is the amount of people coming in and housing, the real estate market. I think prices now are kind of at an all-time high for Nashville, and they probably will be again next week and the week after and the week after. So I thought, I'm going to get my friend Debby in here, and we're going to talk real estate. Debby Hill, come on. It's so good to see you.
How you doing?
Good. It's good to have you in the studio. We usually just have coffee together.
We do.
Before we start, you're from Toronto.
I am.
I'm from Ancaster in Canada. And
when you're this far away, that you might as well say Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying about Toronto. You know that where that is on the map. Neither one of us basketball fans, but you were excited for the Raptors winning.
I'm excited for my city.
Yeah. Well, we both don't like basketball because of the squeaky shoes. A lot of people, I say that too, they don't get it, but
I got it.
You get it. You've been in Nashville now for about 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you got into real estate several years ago. How did that all come about?
Well, it came about in 1977. I started my company, Deborah's Design Interiors, in Toronto. I'm an interior designer by trade. That's my talent. That's what I do. I love houses. And when we moved here in '94, I was a mommy, but I wanted to become a realtor. Wouldn't you know it, I had another baby and I stayed home for another 16 years. So doing interior design a little bit along the way. Then it was time I could become a realtor, and the year was there, and that year was 2008, but I didn't know that except in retrospect. But so I became an enthusiastic realtor and did pretty good, you know, starting off
despite
doing that.
Market.
Yeah, until I didn't. And
you've started this, or you're in now with this new realtor company. That's an online thing, isn't it? Tell me about that.
Well, it's not. It's in the cloud. It's a company called EXP,
right.
And we're our office is in the cloud. It's a publicly traded company. So we call it agent owned. I can't write that down, but my mouth is saying it. And it's just an amazing company. What I love most about it, it's very collaborative. Since we all have a real stake in what the company does, we're very collaborative with each other.
When you joined this company today, you were raving about how cool it is.
But you know what? I joined it 2 years ago, and it's more cool now.
Really?
Yeah, it is absolutely amazing, and it will be the biggest real estate company in the world within a few years because we're all across America and Canada now, all of Canada. Got 19,000 people, agents in 10 years, which is pretty good. It took Keller Williams years to do that. We're about to open in, no, I forget, Australia, and I think the UK. We can open offices in a second because we're in the cloud. We have no bricks and mortar. And because of that, there's more focus on the agent. And because of that, there's just so many benefits that we get. I'll be glad to go into it personally.
Sure. What is the Nashville real estate market like? Because you said at the opening, house prices seem insane here. They're building condos and apartments every day and filling them up. What is the reality of the market?
Well, you know, the reality of the market is your own personal interpretation. Right. I love my interpretation. Although I've been here for 20 years, I can't get Toronto out of my head. Right. So when I think of housing prices, I think of Toronto prices, which is pretty much across the board 4 times what Nashville's are. Right. So when I see housing prices, although I've been here for 25 years, and I guess they've grown, the house that I bought when I came here in 1994, I got to sell 12 years later for 3 times the amount. I guess the housing market escalated a lot, but to me it just sort of stabilized to where it should be. The the housing prices, we just talked about how you live in a big city and it costs a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Nashville is, and you get what you pay for. Well, Nashville is growing and growing and has so much to offer that 106 people are moving here a day.
That's nuts.
And it's true. So it's economic, supply and demand. So more people want them houses, so the prices go up. But to me, it's still an amazing deal. It's still an amazing secret. I watch what my friends' kids have to buy houses for in Toronto. I don't know how they do it. Here, you get a darn mansion. Yeah. So yeah.
And property taxes were relatively low.
Compared, yeah. I mean, to me, it's one of the reasons why 106 people are moving here a day, because although it may be expensive if you're here and you've watched it, but if you've come from somewhere else, it's a darn deal. Yeah. Just like when we moved here from Toronto, we said we can get what? Really? It was like Christmas. So when people are moving here from up north or from California, it's like Christmas for them.
Yeah, lots of people moving here from California. A lot of states where taxes are high, New York State, people are moving here from, and California seems to be the biggest trend right now. People from Cali moving here all the time.
Well, they're giggling at our houses. They sell their house for 1.3 there, and they come here. Well, I got 1.3. I don't need 1.3. I get a house for 700, and I'm really happy. So yeah, the housing prices here are relative.
Yeah.
Right. I still think they're a great deal. I seem to be dealing with a lot of young people that are moving here and buying instead of renting. So it seems that I've sold quite a few houses lately, just over $200,000. I don't care what darn city you're living in. That's cheap.
Yeah, the last time we got together for coffee, you were saying that your kind of thing that you found is these little gems that are lower priced than you would ever expect.
I've sold more. I've sold a couple of them. New construction in one specific area that is, I take pictures, I take videos of them. I put them on my my Facebook, and I guess the price, and people are guessing, oh, $350, $375, oh, $275. Oh yeah, it's $208, and it's not nice. It's gorgeous. Now, I'm a recovering snob. So
I've never heard that term before.
I really am.
Okay.
Because since when I moved here from Canada and taking that Canadian money and bringing it here, I got to move to Belmead. Now, Belmead is the best part of Nashville.
Old money.
Old money.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we could afford when we came here.
Wow. And
that's what people moving here from big places can do that now. So now I'm seeing houses for $200,000, and I'm not saying this is okay. I'm saying, heck, this is great. I'd live in it.
Despite some of the areas.
I live in that area now.
Yeah, you're in Antioch.
I'm in Antioch.
Antioch gets a bad rep.
I have no idea. Now I'm doing so much business there. I also do staging for other realtors. And in the past couple of weeks, one Saturday morning, I had 2 staging jobs within a mile of my house. Right. And I'm thinking, oh God, what's this going to be like? Because, snob, recovering. Yeah. Well, I go into these lovely homes. One of a beautiful family had lived there for 41 years or selling their house or whatever. It was adorable. In Antioch, what I thought was terrible. Heck, that thing sold. I helped stage it. It sold first day. Another one. Whoa, wow, this one's even newer and nicer. It sold in 5 hours for more than asking. Wow. So, and those prices are way under 300.
Wow.
So,
does the gentrification that's happening in areas, Antioch seems to be one of them now. It's starting to get
just
starting. But East Nashville is been undergoing this for a while, and it's kind of at that transitional phase where you've still got areas that are kind of dodgy, but it's trendy, it's funky, it's moving up. How does that play on prices?
Well, it's a big thing. I sold a house in Pegram back in January.
Which, for people that don't know, a tiny little town west of Metro.
Right, kind of rural,
yeah.
Large properties. But it's 10 minutes from Bellevue, which is where it's like a suburb. Well, Bellevue, the Bellevue Mall turned into this amazing commercial space that just upped everybody's, 10 minutes from that being in Pegram, I sold that thing first day.
Wow. Right?
But I was thinking, I drove up and down Charlotte this week, and I'm looking at all the restaurants that are there that have moved for a second location. And I'm thinking, what comes first? The retail or the houses changing? And it's a funny balance. In Antioch, the retail is not changing yet. Yeah. I live out there, I'm not doing anything out there. There's not, I don't know, there's nothing cool out there quite yet. But it will
No slam against you, Antioch people. You're cool.
I live there.
There's nothing cool there.
Well, I'll tell you what's cool there, the lake. Yeah. The lake is there. And the houses and the community and the fact that it's only 25 minutes from Nashville. And my life is in Nashville. But I live in Antioch, and it's great living out there. Yeah. I can get people houses way under 300.
I mean, Charlotte, that whole area was largely commercial, industrial.
Pawn shops.
And now you've got some hip restaurants and cool little bars and neighborhood pubs that are opening up.
What's happening is off of Charlotte, all the houses are starting. Right. They're not starting, they're finishing. I mean, it changed. Yeah. It changed.
Yeah, that one didn't seem to take too long because it was just starting when I moved here, I think, in about 2011.
And it's just a certain strip. Because I made a real study of it. I did a What's Up Nashville on it. I did a real study on it. As soon as you get to White Bridge, stops. Yeah. The commercial stuff is the same because then you're in bigger properties. They're not gonna be renovated the same. But from downtown to White Bridge Road, it's cool up and down Charlotte, and the houses on each side.
And other things are moving in there. I mean, the Nations is, that part of Nashville, the Nations, that's undergoing a revitalization.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's small town living in Sylvan Park. Yeah. There's Bobby's Dairy Bar, and I was watching a man walk from his house, holding his little girl's hand, going to get an ice cream at Bobby's Dairy Bar. That's small town living. Yeah. That's great.
Oh, that's cool. Now, you mentioned about staging homes as well. What's involved in that? Can I just hear about staging a home? What is that? I
sort of wish there was another word for what I did. Some people think staging means, and it is, putting furniture in an empty home. That's a business I don't have. I don't have a warehouse full of stuff. Yesterday, in Antioch, actually, I saw something in the community page. Somebody looking. Anyhow, I had a listing appointment yesterday in a lady's house. So when I stage her house, what I will do is get that house ready for sale. I will get her started packing. I will get all the stuff gone. And the point will be to make great pictures. And so when people come in, they go, oh, wow. So what I do is I really assist in sorting out in their mind what they're supposed to do. Moving is it's overwhelming for a lot of people. So I will sort that out and give them a plan and help them with it and get it done so that when people walk into your lived-in house with the calendar on the fridge and the blankets over here, they walk into the house and it's perfect. And everybody knows that, but I'll give them the roadmap of how to do it and help them with it.
And how important that is to the sale, because you do it for other realtors, but you also do it for yourself.
Yes. How important? Well, all right. When I said I had two in Antioch, if that lady didn't ever do that, she would not have sold her house for more than asking price in 5 hours, because people would have walked in, they go, all right, okay, hold on, wait, this is a mess. How am I going to live here? But instead, they walk in and they go, oh, wow, this is a nice house. And my goal is for them to spend no money, unless a rare occasion, but it looks clean. It looks well cared for. It may look tired. We can't help that. Then it is what it is, right? And we're going to make it look in the best light. Don't replace that carpet generally, because somebody's going to come in and do other things, but we're going to make the rest of it so they're clicking off in their head, oh, wow. The more oh wows you get and the fewer ew, the more money you're going to get.
Is it all about creating a blank slate so people come in and they're seeing, well, we could change that, and because then once they're in that mindset of, I like that, but we could change that to meet our needs, we could put in new carpeting and fresh coat of paint, they're already kind of in their mind living there.
Exactly, but what I do is I get rid of everything that'll be a diversion. Okay, I don't want anybody sitting there saying, and you're walking through a house, you've got a small window of time to see that house. Don't start a conversation on the nice guitar the guy has there. Don't do that. Let's talk about the house. So let's get all the diversions away, not looking, oh look, that's where the kid goes to school. I knew a kid that went, now you're walking through the house and missing it.
But can sometimes, I mean, I was in a house of a music executive that was selling, and the diversions were what made the house in this case, because he had gold records and platinum records.
Sometimes.
And a little stage area, and actually had a band in playing for the open house.
Well, okay, so there's a fine line. When I told you I sold a house in Pegram, I sold it to my friend who happens to be the bass player for Luke Bryan.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I asked him, is it, oh, do you want that fact known? Yeah. He said, heck yeah, I want to sell the house. Well, we wanted to play it up because, and he had a whole studio downstairs, yeah. And as long as it's neat and nice, as it was, people will go in and that will be a check. They go, oh, this is an important person. Wait a minute, I like this house. So that's one of the things would go, wow. Now, if you weren't anybody and it was somebody's messy bunch of guitars and messy stuff, but if you could sort of guess, who is that? Mm-hmm. And only because this is Nashville, yeah. That would be a check mark.
Because Nashville, I mean, that's certainly a large part of the market is celebrities that own properties and just like everybody else have to sell them, move. And
you want to say, oh, guess whose house this was? You know, it was a modest house in Pegram. It was a cute, nice, modest house in Pegram. But they'll say, hey, the bass player for Luke Bryan, this was his house.
Yeah, where we live, Vince Gill used to live like 4 doors down.
See?
And everybody said, oh, Vince Gill used to live there. And it's like, oh, okay. He doesn't now, so I don't care.
But being Nashville, that gives it credibility. So sometimes, you know, every single case is different. But sometimes the diversion's okay. I want people to get rid of the books or they're going to say anything about their thoughts. Yeah. I have no political books, no that, no what. Because people started conversation.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you see the Nashville property market going? Do you think it's going to continue on the track that it's going?
As long as we're getting 106 people here a day, wait till Amazon comes and all those people. Sure it is. But we're still a bargain in America.
Wow.
I went through the process. It took me 2 years to find, like, where's the best place to live? And leaving Canada, I want a real bang for my buck. Nashville came up as one, and it's going to, people going through the process of where should I move where I can have a better lifestyle for less money.
Is that what it's all about nowadays, is lifestyle? As opposed to moving someplace to work? They move someplace for the lifestyle and figure out how to work in that.
Well, I guess that depends who you are. I have a 24-year-old son that decided to move to Las Vegas last week.
A little separation anxiety going on here.
Although he said it's too bad because if he lived anywhere else, Nashville's where he would come. Yeah. Right? Because he loves Nashville. So he decided where to go and found the job that fit it. So it all depends who and what you are. You could be, you know, you could have a family. Wait, my mortgage guy has 5 kids and lived in Long Island. And with the thought, I want to get out of here. And so where am I going to live with? Where do I want to bring up my 5 kids? Well, Leapers Fork, which is, you know, just outside of Nashville is where he decided because he did it for lifestyle.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, kind of in between Franklin and Nashville.
And it's beautiful. No horses. He wasn't going to have horses in New York. Mm. Right? And so he just gave his kids a different experience.
Wow. Now, finally, you do this little Instagram, Facebook thing called What's Up Nashville. Tell me, how did that start and what is it exactly? Because you've had me as a guest on there. It was really fun.
Okay, it started Through EXP. We have this great training, this great guy, Jay Nelson, who's one of the top agents here, one of our guru there, just because we love him. He trains us every Tuesday on how to sell more cribs. And he gave an example of an agent in LA that was selling $100 million a year, and he had this community page. He said, give value, give back, do something. And I thought, all right, community page. And for some reason, I like being on camera. I like doing selfies and live videos. And I have very interesting days in the things that I do every day, because I'm just out meeting people, having fun. And I thought, and it just came to me, I went, what's up Nashville? I want to ask everybody, I want to do What's Up Nashville for two reasons. I want to interview people and ask them two questions at the end. Why do you live in Nashville, and what's your favorite thing? Because the whole purpose is to spotlight Nashville.
Right.
And then I also sometimes do What's Up Nashville's on things that I'm doing. Like I told you, I was driving to McKay's the other day from Antioch.
McKay's bookstore.
McKay's bookstore, and I had books, I was getting them. So I said, how am I going to go there? So I thought, I'm going to go all the way up Charlotte, and I stopped and I took pictures. And then at the end of it, I did a What's Up Nashville to tell people that don't know, what's up. Here's a great area you might not know about, Charlotte Avenue. So What's Up Nashville it's out there. I do it every couple of weeks, and I post it everywhere. I have a YouTube channel, Debby Hill's What's Up Nashville. Subscribe. And it's just a fun thing that I do. Giving back to the people that I meet, because they do shameless plugs.
Yeah.
I had one lady that I did last week, and for some reason she's got 2,100 views.
Wow.
She knows how to market that thing that I gave her.
Wow.
So I do that, and it's just fun.
And it highlights the city you're in, so when people are looking for quirky little things, or McKay's bookstore, you know.
Well, I've done one on the square in Murfreesboro. These are little towns around Nashville, Mount Juliet, because these things are going to come up. So here's a little thing, you can see it, and I'll hashtag it, and hopefully people will find it. Yeah.
Okay, one more question. What do you think is going to be the next big area of Nashville that gets huge and popular?
Well, I'm looking at Antioch, because I've got people that are saying we don't want to spend over $250, $300, and Antioch is coming up. And so I think people are going to flock there, and that's going to make the commerce be great there and cool, and I think that's what's going to happen.
So you think in that case, the housing market will drive the commercial market?
I think so in that case. You know, I had somebody that said, what do you have in Brentwood under 300? 4 came up.
Wow. Really? Properties in Brentwood that are under 300?
4 came up.
Wow.
So if that's what you're going to do, don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? You can get a real bang for your buck. And then there's a whole lifestyle out there. You can have a little boat, and because it's right at the lake, and so that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. Wow, that's really good to know. Again, how can people get you for your real estate on Facebook?
Yeah, Debby Hill, Nashville Realtor.
Right.
I'm Debby Hill, EXP.
Cool.
And Debby Hill.
Excellent.
With a Y.
And subscribe to her YouTube channel, Debby Hill's What's Up Nashville.
Yeah, Debby with a Y.
Debby with a Y. Okay.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thanks for being on the show. We got to go and do coffee sometimes.
I always love talking to you because, I don't know, it's fun.
All right. It's fun talking to you too. Thanks for watching the Nashville Access Facebook show with Camo. My special guest today, Debby Hill, Nashville Realtor, talking about property prices. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you catch me on Hippie Radio every Saturday from 3 to 7, Hippie Radio 94.5 here in town. On Sundays, you can catch me from middays on Chris Country all across the UK. And in Australia, you can get me every Thursday morning with Jody Crosby and John Wolf on 88.9 Tamworth FM. We'll see you next time.